it's wonderful to be here tonight in your beautiful state. And we get to see a lot of the different states as we travel.
And this is one of them.
Right? Okay. And so, it's just as you travel around the United States of America, you realize how easily and how wrong it is. We take for granted those who went before us to make this nation what it is today.
Absolutely.
And we need to always remember the sacrifices our forefathers made.
Yeah, when you think about it.
So that we could live here today.
Washington, Lincoln, Adams.
Those were some of the ones.
I don't remember the other one, but I mean, it's important to think about.
The other.
The fourth father.
Okay, Jack.
Just because I can't name them, you don't have to make fun of them.
Okay, that's okay. But Jackson, the forefathers means they came before us. It has nothing to do with the number 4.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If it meant that, it could mean thousands of people. You know, I mean,
because it was thousands.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we've got forefathers, and we chiseled their. How many heads on Mount Rushmore? How many heads on Mount Rushmore? How many?
There's 4.
Thank you. Those are the forefathers. We chiseled them into history on the side of a mountain. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Jackson. So regardless of how many forefathers you think there were, during the colonization of America,
would you just get something right tonight? It was the colonization of America. We're talking about America here as a whole.
And so,
frankly, it was a buttload of work to get this nation built the way it is today, you know? And some of those states are so small, frankly, it was a tight squeeze to get them in there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, you ever seen Rhode Island? Look how small Rhode Island is. They get, what, 1 electoral vote?
Yeah.
Last year, they didn't even get that, or whenever the last election was, they got, what, a suggestion?
Okay, so Jackson...
I'm just saying.
All right, Jackson, we can argue over these little details, but I think we both agree that there were many men who made this nation what
there
it is.
There were also regular-sized men.
Okay, I don't mean many. I don't mean tiny little people. Okay, many men. A lot of people, just like you and me, regular-sized people.
There were probably some little people there, too.
Okay, there were probably some little people there, too, okay?
But most of them, you're right, were probably regular-sized people.
Regular-sized people. Specific
like
heroes.
The guy who said, give me that statue or kill me. Patrick something. He made a good point. And his quote lives.
Patrick Henry?
Yes, that was the guy.
Okay, Jackson, I'm sorry, but Patrick Henry said, give me liberty or give me death. Okay?
All right, same thing.
No, it's not the same
thing. I don't know
thing.
why I wanted a Statue of Liberty so bad.
Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with the Statue of Liberty. Okay? Give me liberty. Give me freedom. Or I'd rather die. Give me liberty or give me death. He treasured freedom so much, he would rather die if he could not have freedom.
Wow, that's pretty profound.
Yes, it's certainly profound.
They should teach that in school. The only thing in school, as far as history, I remember they did take us to the Statue of Liberty. You know, we got to do that on a field trip.
That's a great field trip.
And the only thing I came away with is that America is kind of like it's a pretty poor recruiter. You know, I mean, give us you're weak, you're tired, you're lame, you're arthritis ridden, people can't hardly walk.
Okay.
You know, you're idiots.
You misunderstood.
It's a wonder we didn't become France.
Okay, enough.
And frankly, we invite everybody in, and now we're trying to kick them out. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point there.
I'm just saying.
But Jackson, you mentioned one of your favorite heroes. Well, I think my favorite hero growing up, the story I liked most in school was the one of Paul Revere, the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere.
Right. That's good. Do you really think he was at midnight, or do you just think 11:30 ride wasn't at school?
Well, we can assume it was midnight since it's called the Midnight Ride. Okay, it doesn't really matter. He was in a special group of men.
Yeah, the Minutemen.
That's right.
Those guys had to be ready in a minute's notice to go out the door.
That is correct.
Pretty good, which is why probably there were no women.
Why is that?
You know as well as I do, no woman can get ready and get out the door in a minute's notice. You know, it's impossible. I think they did, however, have the hour-and-a-half women. And
yeah, but by the time they got there, like the battle was over.
Right, but they looked good.
Good point.
I mean, not that I've got no problem with women fighting battles. Matter of fact, if I had my choice, I'd let women fight my battles.
Okay, Jackson. So we also, not just the colonization or whatever you want to call it, okay, not just that, but there were many other wars where people made sacrifices to make our country what it was. And a war that is often overlooked was the War of 1812. Because, see, that
when
was,
when was that?
Okay. because that was against the British once again.
I can
And
look
just-
it up.
You can look it up. It's probably somewhere around 1812. Okay.
That's all you had to say.
All right, Jackson. So anyway, I think the war that we should remember the most of, the sacrifices that were made for us, is the Civil War, because there was so much in the balance. There was the issue of slavery.
Are you gonna do
and the
this the
preservation
whole time
of the Union.
I mean, you're talking about something important here, and that is
Yes.
probably the most important war, and you don't even know the name of the war.
Okay, Jackson,
It's
I know.
clearly not the Civil
It was the
War.
Civil
It was
War.
the Silver War.
No,
I
it
mean,
was
let's
the
be honest
Civil
here.
War.
Which one makes more sense, okay, buddy? War ain't even civil. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that doesn't even make any sense. You got the whole premise wrong. I mean, they were fighting. Silver was a precious commodity.
Okay.
You know, I mean, the North was trying to take the South's
No.
silver. And we were like, no, you ain't taking our silver. You know, and so then we decided we try and take their silver. They're like, you ain't taking our silver. We want the silver. No, we want the
No.
silver, you know.
That's
It made
not-
such an impact on our nation that we don't sit down at a meal today without even thinking about it. What? You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
What you eat with, big boy.
Knives, forks, spoons.
Yeah, Silver War.
Silverware.
Oh, yeah, like people wear forks and spoons.
Right. Jackson, I guarantee you, it's Civil War.
It's Silver
It's
War.
Civil
It's
War.
Silver War.
Civil War.
Silver War. Can you not just conceive for once?
Okay, I think what you're trying to say is concede.
Yeah, okay, I'll say that. I think you're being a little conceited right now.
You know, sometimes you're totally unreasonable. Okay.
Well, you know, I'm glad you said that, because that's the beautiful thing about America, is because anybody that wants to can be unreasonable, you know, within reason.